Hey friends, my name is Chef Josh and I'd like to welcome you back to the city of Norland here in City Skylines. I hope everyone is doing well today. But today we're going to work on a little bit of residential expansion with the wall-to-wall residential theme that came out with the Plazas and Promenades DLC that came out, about a month ago now. So I'd also like to use the Central Park unique in this build as well. So instead of talking about it, why don't we just dive right in here? So here's where I'm thinking the new residential development should go. And I think we're going to use sort of this tree line and where the terrain kind of changes color from being farmland, the lighter color there, to sort of map out this sort of square for what I'm thinking I want to do here. So why don't we just give ourselves a little bit of a boundary? And I think I want this road to continue just a little bit. Apparently none of my snaps are on. But if we come out, well, just about to there. But then I want a road to kind of come down this way. So that way we can have access to down into this area through there. And I think I'm going to just bring this road straight up and connect with this road, which maybe we should, upgrade this so that way these roads are the same. Okay, so I think this is kind of the square we're working with. And I just want to take a road, just a regular road, and come off of this until we meet up with this here and give a little bit of connection into our little diamond about over here. And then the unique that I had mentioned was the Central Park unique, and it does have a little bit of noise attached to it, but I think we'll be okay. And I want to line this up so I can connect the road, come all the way down. Come down here and straight into there. That's exactly what I wanted. And then I'm wondering, if we give another connection here, if that's too many. So maybe what we do is have a one-way connector, where if you want to come into this area, you can if you'd like to, but if you want to get out, you got to kind of come down here to get out. So, and then I think I want to, I know we're kind of dealing with some terrain issues over here too. So, it's not too bad. So why don't we sort of flatten some of this out around, like use this as the central point and then go from there. Okay, so we got that all leveled out, and I just want to wrap the Central Park asset with some road, and I do think I want to bring some trams through here as well. What am I doing? There we go. And we're a few days away from the new free pack that just got announced to get some new trams coming through, but we can still use the old trams and then just upgrade later. So what I want to do is I want to create a district here. Around this. And actually, I wonder if I just go a little bit further out than I want to. I think this is going to be mostly residential here. And then I already know that I want another district right here. And you'll see why in a second. Okay, there we go. So I want this one to have the organic and local produce. And we're going to make like a little farmer's market type deal over here. And then I want this big district, which is right now Umber Hills. If you've got any suggestions for names for this district, I would be forever grateful. And we're also going to do the wall-to-wall residential as well. So I think I want to do an 11 by 11 block for these, because I have a little bit of a plan for that. So if we do that, and we just keep going 11 by 11. All right, so we are all squared away with the roads here, and I also went in and put all the water pipes in for this area, so they are all watered up and ready for some building. The Central Park will get power in momentarily, but what I do want to do is I want to start looking at this little bit of a farmer's market. I think that would be right outside this park. It seems like the perfect sort of spot to have something like that. And I'd like to use some of the assets here from the plazas and promenades, like the food truck. Maybe we could have 2 of these sort of like in the corners maybe. And I'd like some kind of like plaza to be right out front. Maybe this one. And it does sort of centralize with that, so that looks kind of cool. So that's good. And then, what else can we use from this? Possibly maybe we could get a ice cream stand in here as well. Okay. And then, what I want to do is, I sort of want to, before I zone, I want to put a little bit of a path network through this. So that way people can get to and from in this area. And maybe we can even add one more down here just so we get some oddly shaped buildings coming in as well. Something like that would be kind of cool. Again, possibly right here, and again maybe into the corner. So we have a little bit of different buildings there, and we will just zone this all up, and it already has the theme that I want, so we could just do that. And let's put this on 3-speed and see what we get in. So we got the makings of a little bit of a farmer's market here with some stands and a few different little markets. We've got the organic corn market and a few other fan favorites. Got a little bit of electric parking for our EV friends, soy and lentils, healthy weeds. So this little market is sort of coming together a little bit. And with some trees and detailing, I think this could be a fun little place for our residents to walk through. So why don't we add a little bit of trees in here and see what we can come up with. I really do like that. Some little bit of trees, and this area kind of really came together. So now that we've got our little bit of a shopping mart for this area sort of in and ready to go, let's start talking about some wall-to-wall residential. So the reason why I made these 11 by 11 is I'm thinking if we did a 4 by 4 thing, hopefully we'll get some different assets coming in, and we can even let a few, you know, sort of upgrade, and even some of these we can make smaller too. Like we could do something like that and something like that. Could even do a couple 3 by 3s possibly. But the reason why I did the 4 by 4 was this will give us a path in the middle for each of these areas to sort of have a little bit of walking space. And a few of these, like maybe even this one where it's on the corner, we could even have enough space to throw in like a dog park or like one of the smaller type parks. Should fit in here fine. So if we did something like that. I really like this look of these nice modern looking sort of condos or apartments right outside of a big park like this. Almost gives you some New York vibes with the Central Park in the center and all the bigger buildings around. I mean, obviously not as grand as New York, but again, the reason why I left the tile in the center was to do a little bit of path in between. Just some simple dirt paths I think make some sense. But I think this just adds a little bit more walkability between these neighborhoods. And I think once this is completely surrounded, it's going to look really cool. With all these buildings in here, we're going to boost up our numbers here, and we'll keep an eye on traffic. I do want to get some public transport through. I talked about trams earlier, and I think that's still something I'd want to do. Maybe a simple loop going around the Central Park would be a huge bonus to this area. But I'm just going to keep zoning up, and let's see what we can come up with here. So I really think this area is coming together, except for it is apparently going to burn down. But hopefully our fire department gets here soon. I will have my full faith that they will get here before that building burns down. But let's turn a blind eye to that for a second, because I do think that I was looking at our education, and we're in the yellow for elementary. And high school is a little far away, and I think we could do with another high school. So, and just so everyone knows, they did make it in time. Thank you, Norland Fire Department. But I do think that we could turn this little bit of a patch of land here into sort of a little school park, I guess you'd call it, or complex, or... But I think I do want to use the... where is it? Yes, the community school. And I think I'm going to have this face in on the Central Park there. And I think we're just going to go with a classic high school. I did try to see if these schools would look okay, but I think they're just a bit kind of monstrous, to be honest with you, for this area. So we're going to stay away from those for now. But I think just a regular high school will do us good. And we can put this guy right here. And maybe we can fit a park or some sort of plaza in between So let's take a look at that real quick. Where am I going? Over here. So actually, honestly, I didn't even plan this, but it fits perfectly apparently. But I think I want to maybe leave a little bit of space for a path to go through these two. So let's see if there's something here that we can use instead. I could use the small food truck plaza, but that would fit kind of nicely over here. So I think I am going to go with that. There. Makes sense next to the high school, you know. So maybe we don't actually have to put a park in between. We could just throw some pathing in between here. Like so. And maybe we can create our own little park with some of these little tiles here. So we can hopefully line these up. And the good thing is that it has the dirt. So you could do something like that. And then we can use some of the food trucks here. So maybe this is a little area where some food trucks line up. There we go. Like that. And then maybe there's an ice cream stand as well. Maybe right in front of right next to the high school here. There we go. And I want to use the, I like the picnic benches, and I'm pretty sure those are with the nature reserve, if I remember correctly. Yeah, these. So we'll do a few of these around. People to sit and enjoy their lunch or ice cream. And I think even with the amusement park, they have those nice tree benches here. So maybe a nice row of these as well. You know, I assume this would be a busy plaza, so plenty of seats, plenty of people, where places people can chill. But I like that little plaza there. I love how this neighborhood is coming up. Oh, we got academic report. We'll take a look at that later. But just got to throw some paths in between all these neighborhoods. And I'm really liking how this is turning out here. All right, so the last thing I think well, not the last thing I'd like to do, but I think the last big project I'd like to do in this episode for our new area here. Just a reminder, if you have any suggestions for the name of this new residential complex here, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll go through them and pick what I think is the best name, or whichever one has the most likes next to it. So, but I think I do want to add some trams in. So I want to put the tram depot over here, actually. I think next to all these other kind of modes of public transport over here. So I think I want it to come over here. I think it'll look nice over here because we can make this into a nice little tram park as well in the future. But for now, let's grab our tram depot. And I think I actually want this to be possibly flipped around. So maybe we come this way with it. No, you know what? I think I like it the other way. So let's flip this guy around. Because I think I like the trees along the main avenue here. You can see the trams come out. And I know this is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I'm not going to have it come onto this road immediately. I think I'd like to take the tram only road right here and leave that one tile distance so we can do a little bit of possible path or decorations there. So I think we'll come up to here, and I think this is where we're going to connect into the main road, and then from here we can just use the tram road, come underneath our fancy bridge. And I think I do want to keep this a one-way, so let's keep this one-way here, but then here we can switch over to the two-way, have it come all the way around the park here. And I think I'm going to have it go to right here in front of the schools. And again, come down. And we can throw these big roads in here. And let's just make a loop so we can get some trams to start coming through. And I wonder maybe this road possibly too also being a tram road. Yeah, let's do that. That could be kind of fun. We'll see how that plays out. But I want to get some trams rolling through. So maybe they can stop once outside here. And then I want it to stop here. And again, right in front of the schools. I think right in the middle is perfect. Possibly over here as well. Sort of mimic the one on the other side there. One more time before we leave the area. And maybe this is where... No, yeah, I think that's okay. One more time before we leave the area. And then we're going to mimic the stops here. And then we're going to have to give it some kind of turnaround, I guess, right? So, because it's not going to let me complete the line. So let's give it a quick turnaround here. And I think we'll make this a tram road as well. And then this can be part of our little tram only park. So now we should be able to... Oh no, what did I do? There we go. Complete line. There we go. So now they're able to turn around in this little tram park here. And we'll be able to see trams flow through the area. And I think that'll help this area a lot. And I do know that the tram is asking for a little bit of water here. So why don't we give them some water. And also some power. So maybe we can throw just something over here for now. Why don't we give another park over here? What's this? The small playground. Or maybe just a nice dog park. For now. And that'll get the power to go across, I assume. Yes. So there we go. We got our trams coming through. And I believe, is this going to be a stoplight now? It is. So maybe we just give them a stop. And then as long as everything's clear, they can go. So we've already got some people waiting on the line. And maybe we can give these guys sort of like an orangish looking color. Like that. That looks good. So they're going to start rolling through. But I'm excited to have trams in Norland for the first time here. And we can always carry this line down through the entire city at a future time. But maybe this road is a little bit redundant. So why don't we... Because I don't think we're going to need that road. So why don't we do a nice... Maybe a nice grass line road here. In front of Central Park. Yeah, I like that. Actually, you know what I do want to do now that I look at this? Let's pause the game for a second. And let's do a regular road. up to maybe 10. And this road guideline is going to mess me up. 10. And then let's do maybe a tree-lined road with the trees in the middle. And that'll give us the crosswalks in the center. And we can always change this tree in the center here to maybe something a little more colorful. There we go. That looks kind of nice. So now we got the crosswalks too, which will help people get across through. Now they can come from the main road, come across here, go all the way through. Unfortunately, since we're on console, I cannot change this road that came with as far as I know, I can't. No, I cannot. So that road is unchangeable, unfortunately, without any kind of mods. And because I'm on console, that is not available to me. So I have an idea for this little spot here. I think I want to turn this into maybe a little service area with some fire and police and possibly even a park or two. I think if we bring a road down here, something like that, and I think we can get some services in here, possibly even some medical. Oh, look at that. As they say in the world of cats, if we fits, we sits. So that looks perfect. And for police station, I think we're just going to go with just the regular. I think just the regular police station is fine. We will put them there. And then same thing with fire. I think nothing too crazy. So maybe we can back the fire station onto there. So they're kind of together. Could even add in a little bit of just vanilla path across. Maybe even some trees, possibly. Can we get some chestnuts in here? We can. So I like how that little thing turned out. And I think a little park over here would be welcomed. You know, possibly somewhere you come while you're waiting for maybe your next doctor's appointment at the medical facility. But what can we get to fit over here? Doesn't seem to be much, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing's really gonna fit over here. Let's see, what else do we got? Maybe this little garden could fit. Yep, I kind of like that. Or we could go through with some more facilities. Let's see, maybe the sauna could fit. Yep, the sauna would fit. So maybe we'll replace it with the sauna. There we go. I like that. And I know the gym's going to be too big. And the pool's going to be too big. But that's okay. And what's this? The yoga garden? Could fit the yoga garden as well. So I wonder if we brought this road out just a little bit more. So let's delete it for now. And I know they're going to get mad, but that's okay. And we're going to come out just on the length to about here. Because maybe we can fit a path through there. And let's see if we can fit that yoga garden in. So it won't fit that way, unfortunately. It will fit that way, though. But do we really want to do yoga? So maybe we delete that. Do something like that. And now can we fit it? We can. Yep, I like that. I actually like that a lot better with that there. So, and then maybe we can just wrap this path around. And then just fill this in with some trees. You know, give a little, hide the fire station a little bit. Like that. I'd like that little service area sort of thing. Yep, I like that a lot. And then one last thing I think I'd like to do in this episode is I think I want to wrap this with just some regular low res, or low density rather, residential around this, but I think I want to give it the mid-century modern theme to that. So let's take a look at that. All right, so I don't want to mess this up. So let's do a district around here. We might have to make this a little smaller. So I don't want any of these houses that we had here to change back over. They shouldn't, though. I think we've got a pretty good wrap on this. So we come around like that. There we go. That should fix that. Alright, there we go. And I don't think anybody is complaining too much about being in the wrong area here. So, oh, we never gave the fire department back their road. Shoot. So why don't we just do a quick road like that? That works. Oh, we actually got like a gap, huh? So maybe like that. And like that. There we go. Okay. So that's good. And maybe we can even... I don't want to get too off track, but let's just throw a quick path right here. I think it makes sense. There we go. Give people a little bit of access to that little shortcut there. But anyways, back to what we were doing. So I want to give this Brook Square, so another name that I would need some help with, guys, would be fantastic. But mid-century modern to that. And then I'm just going to do some simple zoning. I think just zone this all up. Let it organically come in. And let's see kind of like what we get. Maybe leave a little gap to allow some maybe businesses to come in along the edge there. But we've already got some stuff coming in, and let's see what it looks like up against this. I actually really like how this looks up against the wall-to-wall. I never really thought to combine these, but these mid-century modern have, well, I guess it's in the name, right? They do have a little bit of a modern look to them with the pools and all that, and I think it works real well. Even the palm trees kind of look nice up against the wall-to-wall residential. So this will take a while to come in. We actually have no residential at all right now, but it'll eventually come in. I'm not too worried about it. So I think I'm just going to hop into a little bit of detailing, and I'm thinking maybe a park over here possibly, and a park over there, right in this area right here as well. And then just sort of let this residential come in, and let's see what it looks like when it's all set. But I'm just going to hop into a little bit of detailing, a little time lapse, and hope you guys enjoy. So I absolutely love how this little square of residential turned out. Let's just go through a few things that I did during the time lapse. Not everything got recorded or possibly wasn't viewable to see, but I added a little park here, just extended it with some of the trees. All along this road, I added more just regular commercial. Add a little park path here to get to the corner. Again, all the way down with more commercial, and then right here I add a little bit of a block of the the high density, but the stage 1 2x2 residential, just as like a little apartment block kind of thing. And then just did some houses on the main avenue, because yes, houses do exist on main avenues. I did a little bit more. I alternated commercial and the offices along this road here. So I think it gives it a little touch. And then I did add a few touches of residential in the middle of these offices, so they shouldn't have any issues. Added a little bit of decoration in this little corner here, which I thought came out kind of nice. A few extra just trees here. Added a diner over here with some parking and a little carousel as well. Again, just went through, refined what we had here for our farmers market, which came out awesome. Just some more trees over here, and then just redid this little kind of like office park, commercial park here, and added a little bit of a not food truck, but a little like ice cream stand kind of thing for maybe the people who work in this little office complex here. But overall, I absolutely love how this came out. That is going to end it for today. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment. Again, I need some names for this area, so please drop those in the comments. And until next time, I will see you all in Norland again, and I hope you have a great day. Have a good one.